briefly tell you about the 71st Miss World. This is a festival that's planned from the 19th of Feb going on to the 9th of March.
So, may I request you all to please take your seats now? Please.
Guys, you take seats. You get enough time with the beautiful ladies.
Someone's being asked to sit down because you're blocking the way. All I hope is that we can all work together. Obviously, you know the feeling. You're as much as important as we are. We want to give you the pictures and the stories, and we want to make you feel as important so that we will reach the best endeavours for India. Because our job is to promote India in its best light. It's a lovely country, and you know, even the press are lovely people, and I say that truly. I think you're just all kind, and I want the rest of the world to see just how we get on, and I want all the nations around the world to want to come to India, because what we need is tourism. It's the best thing in the world, tourism, apart from all the other things in the world. Let's look to something good. Let's put our best foot forward for India, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
I think we can now start with the girls maybe taking the lead. Let's start with Stephanie. Would you like to start?
Hello everyone, I'm Stephanie Narajan, Miss World 2016, and for me it is an incredible honor to be back in India. I haven't been here in quite a while, and India holds such a special place in my heart, not just because of the love and warmth that I receive from all the people here, but also because I've had the chance to travel with Manushi throughout the country when we were promoting her Beauty with the Purpose project. And the fact that I passed the crown on Zoom with Manushi, so I also feel like I'm part of India sometimes. I know this event is going to be fantastic for the country. Miss World is a platform that provides so much exposure. It will bring in tourism. It will show the world what India has to offer, which is so much. There's culture, gastronomy, and mainly the warmth of its people. It's a chance for the entire world to get to know the heart of the Indian people, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
I think we're going by sequence, Manushi, so if you'd like to.
Hello everyone. I think for me, being a Miss World from India it's only more special and even more exciting that we're finally hosting the event. Thank you all for coming today, and जो मेरे लिए that one night changed my life, and I know that it wasn't just about the night, but it was also the 1 month that I spent with all the other contestants at Miss World. तो जो भी 30 दिन के लिए जो भी लड़कियां आएंगी इंडिया में, it's time to show them our Indian hospitality. We are world famous for that, and of course on the 9th of March, you know, that night is going to change another girl's life, like how it changed mine. So I'm only excited that the world is coming to India, and we are going to show the world what we can offer. Thank you.
Vanessa, your turn.
Namaste. For me, Miss World, as Manushi said, changed my life, but it gave me a voice. And I think India is always great to do with purpose projects. Always. You always deliver. The girls are incredibly in the projects. They know about them. They involve themselves with people. And that's what I was trying to bring to Mexico. And I think that this time, in the platform, the girls are able to go into Beauty with a Purpose and find their voices and talk about their countries and what they need. And after you become Miss World, you realize that you're a totally different person. You get your power, you get your voice, and you're able to be an ambassador and a humanitarian leader for the rest of your life. And here we are now. So thank you for receiving us. India has been really good to us in the past days. The food is amazing, the people are beautiful, and can't wait to see more of it. Thank you so much.
I want to be introduced to me and Singh. Two special things about her. She also has the Indian roots with her father is an Indian, and she has an amazing voice. So the same stands for both the Indian origin and the Sindhi.
Yes, hello everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here with all of you. It's true, my father is of Indian descent, so generations ago my family immigrated from India to Jamaica. And I feel this moment is very important to me as my first time stepping foot in India, because I feel that the blood of my ancestors has returned home with me. And that's why I'm so excited for all of the girls to be able to come and to share in a moment like this with me, as well as with all of you, to share their beauty with the Purpose projects and to share their passions with India, and for India to also share your passions and your love and your culture with the world. It's such an honor to be here. I cannot wait to get to know more about myself and my own culture. If you're from Kanpur and you have any information about my family, just let me know. But it's an honor to be here, and I just cannot wait to have the world get to experience the greatness that is India. Thank you.
And now a big round of applause for winning Miss World, Carolina.
Thank you so much. This one works. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming. As a reigning Miss World, I had a chance to come to India plenty of times, and I fall in love with your country. And that is why I couldn't be more excited to be here for the entire month of 71st Miss World Festival with all the contestants from all over the world. And as my friends told you how Miss World changed their lives, and it also changed mine, I want to make an impact and highlight how India can change the lives of Miss World and the contestants, because you have such a beautiful country. And I hope that everyone coming here, including my friends and family, will get a chance to have this immense feel of incredible India, which includes the beautiful heritage and culture, terrific Indian hospitality, not mentioning the wonderful cuisine that I personally love, but also the textile, the fashion, the handcraft, the art, everything that you have to offer that we all love. And also India is famous for this old saying, we are one world, one family with one future. And I hope that every young woman that will come here will take back with her everything that India has accomplished in education, healthcare, technology, and women empowerment, because we are also proud to be in a country where a woman is a president, and also you proved yourself to be a leader of the Global South during the G20 summit. So that is absolutely why I know that together with my friends we can learn and take an inspiration from you how to be a great leaders in the future. Thank you.
Let me invite Jermaine to say a few words.
And the recognition, fantastic Miss World team and our friends from the media here. I would like to thank you, Nemoni, especially to believing that this would be held in India. And this magnificent country called Bharat, this is the century of Bharat, and that's why we believe that we should start this 71st Miss World from India. This is the festival of beauty and purpose. So beauty with a purpose, that we are bringing all 130 countries, beautiful girls from 130 countries for one purpose, and that purpose is Bharat. We want to promote India to these 130 countries. They are all coming here with their projects, with their experiences, what they have done, and we want them to take back with them the beauty of India, the culture of India, the values of India, and the journey that this country has on. We are now the world leaders, and we want to start this journey with this beautiful stage. And I would like to thank everyone else again for being here. And as the Miss World said that we believe in one family. Yes, India's motto is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So we want to welcome you all, and we want you to take beautiful memories from here. Thank you very much.
The IT is associated with so many events and awards, lakhs of in India and abroad. But this is special for me because it's beauty with purpose and very proud moment and very proud to be associate. Thank you very much for giving us such an opportunity. Thank you.
Event. It's a global event. It's an event that's going to be broadcasted across 120 territories. It's great pleasure and great pride that us in India are producing a global event. Also, for our streaming, we have Sony Live as our partner, and in India this will be streamed live on the 9th of March, the main event on Sony Live. I think most of the points are now covered. I would leave the floor open to questions. If you have any questions, you can ask questions. We're all here to answer them for you. Any questions?
Show of hands for questions, please.
ये आपका फाइनल कहाँ पे होगा और किस किस सिटी में ये आयोजन होगा?
ये शो जो है 2 जगह पे हो रहा है, दिल्ली में और बॉम्बे में. जो फाइनल है वो बॉम्बे में जियो कन्वेंशन सेंटर में हो रहा है, और यहाँ के कुछ इवेंट्स हैं जो हमारा भारत मंडपम में हो रहे हैं, कुछ पार्ट हमारा नेशनल स्टेडियम में हो रहा है. तो ये एक फेस्टिवल है, जैसे मैंने कहा, तो एक जगह पे नहीं है, बहुत सारी चीजें हो रही हैं इसमें. और फाइनल जो है वो जियो कन्वेंशन सेंटर मुंबई में.
Hi, this is Ayush Garg from the International Press. Could you tell me about your beauty with the purpose? Could you elucidate on that? The beauty with the purpose, the theme of the contest itself. How is it that you want to relate it? What is the purpose that you're looking at? And how do you want to promote this in India? Beauty with the purpose.
I think all the girls you will answer, so.
Listen, I've had a long love affair with India in respect of its children, and we've done some wonderful things together. There is a place here that looks after the street children. They call them children of the slums. I do wish that title didn't have to be the one. And street children expresses that they perhaps haven't got the best of places to live, but they're beautiful. They're God's children and they're Indian children, and we should respect that. We try very hard to work with the best way we know how, and that is through agencies or through homes. And so we've come here over many years and associated ourselves with the children who live mostly on the streets. This year we are going to do a big fundraiser rather here, and the first place we're going to meet and say hello is to the Army Day. I think often we forget how important our Army and police are. They serve quietly, they do the best they can, and get very little appreciation from us all, particularly as visitors to your beautiful country. So it's going to be a great honour on one occasion to spend time with the Army, beautiful wives and children, which is going to be a huge honour. We will come here and do the same with children's areas that I've worked in before. And also visit with your police and also with their families. So in all, I think to pay respect to the people who take care of us is something that we should all think about special. And I love coming here. So if there is any suggestions you can make, if there's newspaper night where the journalists want to show how beautiful journalists are, then I would look forward very much to seeing that. So as far as I'm concerned, any ideas would be very welcomed.
Speaking about beauty with a purpose, every year we have a beauty with a purpose award also. We have a sub-contest at Miss World. It's also a fast-track event where each contestant brings a project and presents it to the judges, and Miss World then selects one or a few projects that they support, got to support a lot of projects during my year, including my very own project on menstrual hygiene, where the entire team, Jen, Stephanie, all of us, we toured across India and we went to all four corners of India. We started in Telangana, we went to Siliguri, Delhi, and Rajasthan. We not just created awareness. Munish ji is right here. He worked very closely with us on that project. But the aim was not just to create awareness, but to penetrate into areas where sanitary products are not easily accessible, make it more affordable, make it better for the environment. So it's the first 100% compostable sanitary product in our country. So that was one project that, a platform such as Miss World supported me, and we were able to pull that off in an amazing way, and that's a project that GEM supports even today. We took that to other countries, we took that to South Africa, Kenya. So Beauty with a Purpose is a platform that girls have been given, where we can, we can have an idea, but the implementation is important, and we are given that platform.
Hello. Anybody?
आई थिंक हिंदुस्तान में तो बहुत सारे टूरिस्ट आ रहे हैं एंड ये जो ब्यूटी विद अ पर्पस का है, मैं मानुषी को बोलूँगा एक बार ब्यूटी में भी पूरा पूरा समझा दो।
जी, जो ब्यूटी विद अ पर्पस है वो मिस वर्ल्ड का एक प्रोग्राम है, एक चैरिटी है, जहाँ पे मैंने जैसे कि कहा कि हर साल जितनी भी कंटेस्टेंट्स हैं वो अपने अपने कंट्री से एक प्रोजेक्ट लेके आती है। तो हर साल जो इंडिया से भी जो लड़की जाती है वो इंडिया का एक प्रोजेक्ट को सपोर्ट करती है। जैसे कि मेरा प्रोजेक्ट था मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन पे, मासिक धर्म पे। उसके साथ आप एक यंग लड़की हो तो आपको सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत है, आपको रिसोर्सेज चाहिए, मीडिया का अटेंशन चाहिए। तो मिस वर्ल्ड आपको प्लेटफॉर्म देता है, चाहे आपको फंड्स रेज करने हो, चाहे आपको किसी लीडर, किसी पॉलिटिशियन की हेल्प चाहिए हो, तो वो उस सब में आपकी हेल्प होती है। और आपने जैसे टूरिज्म की बात की, जब इतने सारे देशों की लड़कियाँ इंडिया में आएंगी, इतने दिन बिताएंगी, और जैसे कि जूलिया मॉली जी ने कहा कि वो हर जगह अलग अलग जगह ट्रैवल करेंगी, तो आप लोगों का भी सपोर्ट रहेगा। एंड जो भी इन देश के लोग, ये बाकी देशों के लोग जो देख रहे होंगे अपने कंटेस्टेंट को सपोर्ट कर रहे होंगे, उन्हें भी देखने के लिए मिलेगा कि इंडिया में क्या हो रहा है। तो एक तरह से इंडिया को काफ़ी अटेंशन मिलेगा वर्ल्ड से, तो ये हमारा टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री को ज़रूर बूस्ट करेगा। और उसके साथ ही क्योंकि इतनी सारी लड़कियां ये प्रोजेक्ट्स को सपोर्ट करेंगी, तो आप लोगों का भी सपोर्ट रहेगा कि आप इसके बारे में बात करें, क्योंकि आप इन चीज़ों पे कवरेज देंगे। तो इट इज़ अ विन-विन सिचुएशन फॉर एंड इट्स अ ग्रेट वे टू गेट अटेंशन, नॉट जस्ट टुवर्ड्स द टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री बट ऑल्सो टुवर्ड्स ऑल द प्रोजेक्ट्स दैट दे विल बी सपोर्टिंग us.
I think the most important thing to realise is, why is it that we were working with sanitary towels? I mean, it's not the most glamorous subject, is it? But let me tell you something. The women, the proud, beautiful Indian women, came out in their thousands, far from here, distance in the mountains and everywhere, and they came out about 4 o'clock in the morning to queue, to wait. And there was a cricket field, far bigger than a cricket field, full of Indian women, all wrapped up, warm against, sort of waiting for the morning light. And you know the most important, poignant thing about it is that they were so keen to have dignity. And why shouldn't they? And the fact is, if you haven't got a sanitary towel, do you have to use dried leaves and try and keep your own dignity in place and your own family in place? So you see, for us it was a joy and a privilege to help. Now they're able to have a sanitary towel, and they're able to have a compostable sanitary towel, which now makes life a lot easier for everyone. So children can go to school from the stage of around 11 onwards. They don't have to take time off school because they're uncomfortable. So whilst it's not the best subject perhaps, it's a damn important one. And I thank you for listening and for accepting that this is part of our lives, and that although these are beautiful women, they have beautiful hearts, and we care that those ladies get the same treatment as you do and I do. Thank you very much.
I think Munish can also just add on to this entire effort and impact that it has had in India. Munish?
Thank you very much, first of all, for coming. You know, I am a media entrepreneur and a social entrepreneur, and I wanted to really take this opportunity to thank Miss World, especially Julia, and we connected, as Manushi said, 7 years ago, when Manushi and Julia discovered us, that company that makes this 100% compostable sanitary napkin. I sit on the board and I support them. And as they were saying in some of the questions that you asked, you know, we literally traveled from the northeast through east, through northern India, western India, southern India, central India, all over the country. So we did many things. It was about women empowerment. It was about supporting technology-led innovations from India, which is what this platform has done and showcased to the world. And it does, in effect, through the participants that come, you know, the 120 young brand ambassadors of their country who are very smart, very educated, you can see them all, and very sharp, who take this message of India and what India does today. You know, it's not just about G20. G20 has established India as a leader, but the leaders of G20 sit amongst us and amongst them. And this is the message that we carry far and wide. And I think the reason I support and a lot of people support Miss World platform is because it takes the message of countries, cultures, achievement, empowerment through this beautiful platform, through these wonderful ladies across to everywhere in the world. Can you imagine that this year, after celebrating G20, this event is going to be live broadcast? He said 120 countries. I think it might be in 140, 160 countries. So this is very important. ये वो ऐसी चीज़ है, ये वो मतलब मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस ये है कि एक इतना अद्भुत प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसकी वजह से इंडिया की प्रमोशन, इंडिया की धरोहर, इंडिया की संस्कृति, इंडिया के काम, इंडिया के अजूबे, इंडिया की टेक्नोलॉजी दुनिया भर में प्रमोट और पहुंचती है। हमारे देश के नेता भी अच्छा काम करते हैं, हमारे देश के मीडिया भी बड़ा अच्छा काम करते हैं, लेकिन आप देखिए जब ये लड़कियां जिस कंट्री से आई हैं, आज टोनी पहली बार इंडिया आई है, इंडियन ओरिजिन की है, जब ये कैरेबियन जाएंगे और बात करेंगे कि इंडिया क्या है कैसे, तो उसका लाखों करोड़ों लोगों पे इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है। मैं भी प्रवासी भारतीय हूँ, ये भी प्रवासी भारतीय है, तो ये सब चीजों पे हमें ध्यान देना पड़ता है। And somebody mentioned, I think Carolina mentioned, you know, through the 3 weeks and the way Julia has curated the Miss World Festival, particularly this year, 3 हफ्ते में हम 2 जगह जा रहे हैं, दिल्ली, मुंबई, लेकिन बीच में और भी बहुत सारी चीजें देखेंगे। भारत मंडपम स्टेडियम, हम लोग लड़कियों के साथ, ये लड़कियां हॉकी खेलेंगी, फुटबॉल खेलेंगी, क्रिकेट खेलेंगी। आर्मी पे जाएंगे, आर्मी के लोगों से, लड़कियों से, जवानों से, वाइफ से, बच्चों से मिलेंगे। तो उन चीजों से हमारे पे भी प्रभाव पड़ता है, एक एक्सचेंज बनता है और वो सारी दुनिया में आगे जाके दिखता है। So I just wanted to thank Julia and the girls and everybody here for giving this great opportunity of coming back to India after 28 years. And I promise you, Julia, this will be a journey of a lifetime for everybody who comes here. Thank you.
China at that event, asking me, please will you come to China? This is absolutely a fact. Will you come to China because we're opening an island called Hainan Island. And we have an area there in Sanya. Will you come and see it? And would you consider holding the show here? I went to see Hainan. It's a beautiful island. It's very close to Hong Kong. And there was one hotel in Sanya, and it was a very old hotel. It was a nice place, but very poor, very shabby, really. Sorry, Sheraton. What we did was hold Miss World there the next time, and we got everybody ready. And it absolutely, we had all the help from the Chinese, they were amazing, but they rushed in a year and built a huge dome theatre for, it's called the World Theatre, Miss World Theatre. It was massive, and everybody put their shoulder to the wheel. All the Chinese were working hard, and Sanya has become the #1 tourist city of the world. And they've got piles of hotels all the way along the streets now, beautiful sea, but they're lovely people. They worked hard to get it ready, And now we have a beautiful Miss World Theatre on Hainan Island in Sanya. So our job is tourism because we tell the truth. We film for a month, we talk to local people, we see about the beaches and the sea and the hotel, but mostly it's the people that make the place. Because you can have all the loveliest things in the world, but if you haven't got people around you that are kind and welcoming, you won't want to go back. And the Chinese couldn't understand a word we said, no, we could understand them. But it was a hug and it was a smile. And all the staff had to learn English, so everyone was looking desperately and trying to think in English. And they got so mixed up with their words, often they would fall tears for us to try and say, instead of saying, do you have a problem? One of them said to me, what is your problem? And we all felt we laughed a lot because she did burst into tears. The thing is, we're human beings. The thing is, we love to discover each other. The thing is, we love to criticize, and we love to love. The thing we've got here is the ability to show the world India is ready for further tourism. Not that you don't have tourism, but it's nice to have a refresher. It's nice for young people to see what there is. Not just be kept in a hotel, although it's beautiful, but to go out onto the streets, meet the people, meet the army, meet the police. They're very important too. So it's a communal effect. And I'm too old in the tooth to, mess around. I'll tell you something, and it's true. I just love being here. You're good people. Make the girls welcome when they come. Can I ask for your support? Let them learn something, and you will learn something with them. But thank you anyway for the opportunity to be in India. Thank you.
Ambassadors who will take India to the world through the web channel that they will all own, through their own social media. So I think that's a big reach out to a very large population across the globe. There are 200 countries that will pick up all of this information that goes out. So I think these girls will also showcase India because they're coming for the first time, most of them. They will see India, they'll promote India, and I think they are our brand ambassadors. We need to welcome them and give them the love that they deserve.
And I think Sanya, like Julia just spoke about Sanya, and Sanya is where I was crowned. So was Vanessa, so it's very special to us. और उसके बारे में मैं एक स्टोरी शेयर करना चाहूँगी, जैसे उन्होंने वहाँ के हॉस्पिटैलिटी स्टाफ की बात की। तो जिस दिन हमारे पर्सनल इंटरव्यूज थे, मैंने सोचा कि मैं साड़ी बांध के जाऊँगी, और सुबह मैं जल्दी अपनी खुद से साड़ी बांधने की कोशिश कर रही थी। और उस वक्त हाउसकीपिंग स्टाफ वहाँ पे वो लोग हाउसकीपिंग के लिए जा रहे थे एक रूम में। तो वो मेरे कमरे में आए, मैंने उनको कहा क्या 5 मिनट रुको, मुझे जल्दी अपनी साड़ी बांध के जाना है। तो वो उनको इतना सरप्राइजिंग, और वो इतने ऑ में थे कि ये क्या कर रही है, क्या बांध रही है। तो वो सिर्फ अकेले नहीं, वो कहते अच्छा ठीक है मैं यहाँ खड़े होकर देखूंगी आप क्या कर रहे हो। वो अपने साथ 4-5 और हाउसकीपिंग स्टाफ को वहाँ ले आए, और वो सब यही देख रहे थे कि ये क्या पहन रही है, और ये क्या अजीब सी ड्रेस है, अलग सी ड्रेस, क्योंकि उनका इतना एक्सपोजर ग्लोबली हुआ नहीं था। तो कहीं ना कहीं दिस इज अ वे टू ब्रिंग एवरीवन टुगेदर। इट्स अ वे फॉर पीपल टू आल्सो सी so much that India has, and it's not just whenever I've traveled, people talk about films, about Bollywood, they all talk about Shah Rukh Khan, they talk about the Taj Mahal, but there's so much more to India, and it can only be bridged when people actually come here and they actually interact. And I've traveled so much thanks to Miss World, thanks to the profession that I belong to. Our hospitality is unmatched. And that's something which people have to experience, and they have to go back and talk about, because that's what, sir, after tourism ki baat ki, that is what sells tourism today. I would always, for me, today, I would always pick a place which gives me a good feeling. I want to go somewhere where I feel good, I feel welcome, and that's what India makes people feel.
Hi, this is Sohini from Exchange for Media. I just wanted to understand the promotional and advertising strategy for the event, the percentage divide between TV, digital, outdoor, if anyone of you can highlight.
I'll not give you a specific breakup, but obviously there will be a promotional across all media. It's a 360 campaign that's been planned. There will be outdoor, there will be print, there will be digital, there will be television. I think this is an event, there will be a big part on social media that will happen. In fact, the Miss World website has web channels for each girl where they'll be posting all their content that they create. So it's going to be a 360 marketing that will happen for the event.
Apart from this, it's a similar website. It's the only other website other than the NFL. Each country has its own page, and it's a massive exercise. I hope you'll help too by helping to promote it. It's nice for us, but it's super for you too, and India needs it. We all need it. There's too many miserable things happening in this world. We need something good and bright, something that gives people hope, something that gives people a bit of a smile, and especially for our young people. We need the young people to start talking together and being friends. That's the great privilege for me, to make a difference in that way. Thank you.
Yogesh bhai, would you like to just...
In India, all metro cities we will cover soon, from as soon as possible.
I think before any one of you asks a question, I have a question for all the lovely ladies on the dais with me. Is, what have you girls been doing since this world? So you want to start?
Well, I had an interesting time because I had the pleasure, actually, of being the longest reigning Miss World. So I had a couple years of being Miss World. Yeah, I'm very blessed.
Just after you told me, just I'm very close to you. Still here.
Yeah. But shortly after handing over my crown to the lovely Carolina, I started my music journey. So I've released a couple things, and I am currently working on my first project, which is set to be released in the first quarter of this year. I'm really excited about that because yes, my name is Sing, but singing is also thank you. Singing is also my passion, and I was lucky enough to have won the talent fast track at the Miss World competition. And so I'm very grateful for opportunities like Miss World that give us a platform to showcase our other abilities, things like sports, things like our ability to speak, in the head-to-head challenge, and things like talent, where I got to sing a song and then my life changed on the stage 5 years ago now. So yes, you know, just that feeling and that opportunity to perform my final song on the stage at my Miss World competition has really ignited that spark all the more in me. And now, years later, I'm actually pursuing my career in exactly that. So, you know, I'm grateful to this platform for it, and I just can't wait to see where it goes. And I hope India will support.
Please. We really want to know what you've been doing since that.
The world wants to know, did she finish MBBS or not? Well, unlike Tony, I did not win any talent fast track at Miss World, but I did try. Like I said, life changed for me. I have a movie coming out on 1st of March called Operation Valentine. Please do catch it in theaters. I am in the middle of promotions for the film, but when I got the opportunity to pursue a career in acting, and it's been wonderful. I feel that through Miss World, I got a stepping stone where the industry noticed me, and as an outsider, I got my very first opportunity with Yash Raj, for which I'm very grateful. Also through Miss World, I feel that there's a certain amount of media exposure, there's a certain amount of comfort that you have with the camera, which obviously helped a lot. Thank you, Jen, for that. But I'll also say that I still remember after winning Miss World, because I was studying to be a doctor, I always thought, nahi, bahut mehnat ki hai ye seat ke liye, main nahi chhodne wali. And Jen would always be the one who would give me so much confidence, and she'd be like, I've seen so many Miss Worlds, and don't worry, you know, just go for it. And she gave me a lot of confidence, you know, to pursue acting, and that's what I'm doing right now. 1st of March, you all have to go to watch. It's coming in two languages, Telugu and Hindi.
Manushya, one question before we move to the next girl. Do you think there's a possibility that Tony can sing for one of your movies? Can be your playback?
Yes, please. I would be honored. It would be fun. I mean, we can also do like a Telugu song. We don't have to learn Telugu for that.
I know.
Oh well, so I'm still there, so not much. I think we all want to hear Tony sing once. Ooh.
Just anything? Okay, what did I sing?
Come on, let's give her a round of applause.
I will always love you. I will always love you.
Thank you. After that, I had nothing to say really. As you all know, I'm still Miss World, so not much happened after. However, during my reign, I'm one of the most traveled Miss World. I'm very, very lucky. We've been to over 40 countries together with the team, and we supported so many social impact projects all around the world and met incredible people. And also during the time of being Miss World, I kept pursuing my business degree in my university, and also recently I created my own foundation because I'm continuing my beauty with a purpose that I brought to Miss World, supporting people in homelessness crisis in Poland, and I'm creating a center for them where they will get support from psychologists, from doctors, people who will help them to go out of the crisis. So we work together, and also, absolutely, one of the parts of my Beauty with Purpose project was that I built the first social bathroom because there was no place for the people on the street to take a shower, have a fresh clothing. So this is what I created 2 years ago, and now I wanted to grow the project and also bring the professional support for them, that they will have the mental health in a right order and test to their families. Their teams will also come to India. So, you know, they will also be going around India and, you know, turn it into a mini vacation.
We love spice as well, so we'll be good on that. So for me, I am a little different than the girls because I was the oldest Miss World. So by the time I got to Miss World stage, I had already been in a reality show. I had already been like a professional model for years. And I had this existential crisis about like, what is all this for? All this praise, all this ego, all this like showing off in cameras. Yeah, it's very nice to have the glamour, but then I got to Miss World. And it was not just beautiful girls, it was doctors and architects and diplomats. And I think this year we have like 12 doctors and a farmer and an engineers. And I was like, okay, this is
Pilots, astronauts.
pilots and astronauts? Okay, that's new, definitely. And I was like, okay, these women are not only beautiful, they have something more to bring to the table, because we women don't want to be recognized just because we're beautiful. We have no control over that. That's pure genetics. Like, thanks mom and dad, you did a great job. But now this is what I've been working for my whole life. And that's what I do back home. Miss World changed my life. It made my voice be heard. Suddenly I have a microphone and what I say mattered. People were listening, and we got through several other generations. So that's what I do back home. I work with girls in rehab centers. I'm currently now opening a factory where they can regain their dignity, as Jen was saying. I work very closely with the Beauty with a Purpose organization in Mexico. I'm kind of the leader of that. I travel around Mexico, and I'm still here with Jen doing the same. And I tell the girls, what you have inside of your voice matters. You being here, you're important, you're a star, get your power, go out, be a humanitarian leader, and repeat. So that's what I do in Mexico, that's what I pretend to do here. I'm here with the most beautiful ladies with just inside and out. They're true leaders. I admire them very much, and of course, like Jem, I love you. Thank you for having me here every year. And I thank India for being so open with us. I cannot wait to keep eating your delicious food, or your beautiful clothes, and enjoy. Thank you so much.
Us, we all have completely different qualities, and that's the most beautiful thing. As you said, beauty is subjective, and so is the characteristic of every single person. I know some of us are more sensitive and gentle, some are more strong, powerful, like full of leadership skills, and we all need each other, and every Miss World is different, and that's what the most beautiful about it, you know? We have different talents. You heard Sonia, you don't want to hear me anytime, and you hear us speaking about different subjects, about different projects, because we're different people. And I have no clue what the future of Miss World will be like, and what qualities she will possess, but I'm sure that the crown will go to the right hands, and she will make a great use of it, supporting what she stands for.
Yeah, I have one more question. So there's this line that I read: "You're not ugly, you're just not rich." And this is something that has been trending a lot. And there are people who, you know, they're insecure. They want to change the way they look. So my question is directed to Manushi. I knew this was coming to me, okay? Google it. Manushi, what is your take on the generation being obsessed with Botox, fillers, and all the cosmetic surgeries that are prevailing, that are a shortcut to beauty? Do you support it, or do you think it is hypocritical because you guys stand for beauty with a purpose and believe in embracing your beauty the way it is?
So, well, they are two very different things, firstly. Secondly, if you look at the history of our country, cosmetologists have existed for thousands of years. Like you said, beauty is subjective, and everyone has a choice to determine what they want to look like, if they want to change something, or if they want to tweak something, and that's very personal. I don't think that's a very personal decision. I don't think anyone else can really judge them for that. We don't get to decide. Keeping that aside, what we are talking about, like we are talking about something very different. Like our reigning Miss World just said that all the girls are very different. It's what you bring to the table and how you add value to beauty with a purpose, which is Miss World's mission and vision. That's the beauty that we are talking about. Apart from that, if you talk about cosmetology, like I said, it's a personal decision. It's not something that has to be discussed by others. It's as long as you're making informed choices, it's perfectly fine.
Thank you so much, Manushi. Stephanie, you look stunning. I love how you look on the table and the way you speak. How has your experience been in your country, being a curvy model?
I will not lie, I was very afraid at first. I was afraid because I did have this image from when I was Miss World. But I think it's important to know, like, if I think back to my final answer at the Miss World stage, I said something along the lines of, we have to change exclusion for acceptance. You know, it's not to exclude, in my case, if we're talking about, you know, my body, my curvy body now. It's not about excluding what other people look like and having to look a certain way. It's about accepting and realizing that everyone is beautiful in their own skin, and as long as you love yourself, that's the most important. And I think it's also really important that the industry is constantly changing. I think we all seek to see people that look like us. And it is important to know that, you know, there's an expression that a lot of people are saying in New York now, that it's like, everybody is a bikini body, you know, like every body is a beautiful body. And I think that's really important, and for me it has been quite a big responsibility to now kind of continue moving that forward and accepting myself first before I can continue to promote it. You know, as long as you live a happy and healthy life, it doesn't really matter what you look like.
Well, you're doing a wonderful job in changing the bars and the definition of beauty by being this inclusive. Congratulations, and that will be my time. Thank you.
सबसे बड़ा जो सबक है वो है तपस्या और बलिदान। और रामराज में सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबके साथ न्याय, ये बहुत ज़रूरी एस्पेक्ट थे उनकी ज़िंदगी के। राम जी ने सबसे बड़ा जो काम किया, हालांकि श्री राजा दशरथ उनको कहा कि नहीं मत जाओ वनवास में, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं मैं जाऊँगा क्योंकि आपका प्रण मुझे निभाना है। राम जी के जीवन से हम सब ने यही सीखा है कि तपस्या, बलिदान अपनी ज़िंदगी में उसको सिर्फ राम जी के दर्शन से वो नहीं होगा, लेकिन राम जी की तपस्याओं को, उनके बलिदानों को, उनके मॉरल्स को, उनके वैल्यूज़ को अपनी ज़िंदगी में उतारें। और ये मैं ज़रूर चाहूँगा कि सब लड़के यहाँ से सीखें और अपने साथ लेके जाएं, पूरे दुनिया में इसको फैलाएं।
Again, questions?
Be able to be that one person who carries beauty with a purpose for that 1 year or two. So I think that is what it is, and the perception of beauty has been evolving in society. Things are changing, people are talking about it differently, but we just had that discussion that this has nothing to do with beauty standards. That will keep changing, trends will keep evolving. Stephanie think girls are in, my friend. Just letting you know. So Miss World has nothing to do with those evolving trends. It's always, its mission has always been beauty with a purpose, and it's always been about that one girl who will, take that mission forward.
Still, even now, that someone that looked like me or had the shade of brown that my skin is would be led to feel they have no reason to feel beautiful, have no right to feel they could even sit at a table like this. So I am not ungrateful at all. I'm so aware of the representation that it is to look like I look, and to be able to wear the blue crown and to be able to represent my country and represent the world in a positive way. But what I'm very grateful for with Miss World is that our focus is so much the purpose that everything else is secondary. Obviously, we're grateful, that people see us and see beauty in our faces and the differences in our faces, but the heart of Miss World, as we always say, is beauty with a purpose, and being able to be an ambassador for just change in so many different ways, in so many different communities across the globe is such a great honor that I know that we're all very grateful for. But I'm also very grateful for platforms like this that see beyond, honestly, skin color, and can see the worth of a woman like me, despite what certain beauty standards may have to say about my right to feel like I could be the most beautiful woman in a room.
Even if you, and even if you look at all the winners in the last many decades, we've had winners from different countries. All of us sitting here, we're all from different continents. So I think that's, that itself explains it. Moreover, growing up, I always looked up to Miss World, and I always loved watching the show. It was a big dream for me. And I could dream and I could think about that, and because I knew that there were Indians who had won Miss World. We had Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, we had Diana Hayden, we had Yukta Mukhi, we had Priyanka Chopra. As an Indian girl growing up, when you see these women and when you see what they have done and the platform that they were given, so you yourself, feel that this is something that I can also do, that I would love to do.
I'm so sorry. I was just thinking about this story Jem told us about a time when apartheid was very rampant in South Africa, and how this is speaking to the type of platform this is, and it's because of her heart and how she cares for other people that she had 2 candidates from South Africa come and compete, so that women from all different walks of life were able to feel represented. And it's true what Minushi has said, because I've seen other people that look like me in movies, on screens, I feel it's possible for me. So it's just wonderful to see someone who has advocated for room for all women of all walks of life continue to be such a great mentor to all of us. Jem, love you.
I won't bore you any longer, but what's just been said by my sweet girl there, it was many years ago, before South Africa had its, what I call freedom to choose. South Africa asked me if they could enter this world, and everybody else sent one person to represent their country. And there was something strange for me. I'm not a politician. I'll never be a politician, and I'll never be the brightest penny in the box when it comes to the manipulation of people. But for me, as a mother with 5 kids, I couldn't choose between the 2 people that came forward. One was a black South African contest, one was a white one. And as I said, a non-political person, I couldn't believe. They came to me and they said, we both have a contest. And I said, well, why haven't you got one? And they said, we don't mix. This is a long time ago, but just imagine how this worked out. Everybody looked at me and said, well, which one are you going to choose? And I said, you're asking me to choose between 2 human beings? And they said, well, yes, because you only allow one in, and we're black and we're white. And it so offended me and confused me and made me feel very ashamed. And do you know what I did? I took both of them. And they both came to London on the Royal Albert Hall stage. I got an emotional beating about for it, but I didn't think that I was wrong. Maybe I was very young and maybe I should have thought about it more. But to this day, I still don't feel sorry. How could I be asked as a mother, looking at 2 beautiful human beings, and tell one, you can't come in, you're black or you're white? It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's so ignorant. It's so low standard. And it's so sad. So anyway, I have both of them. And they came out on stage, and then I got into trouble with every government around the world telling me I was involving myself in politics.
Thank you.